Fanfare.
Please be seated. I declare the 95th Convocation for the conferring of degrees and certificates in session. Chancellor Goodman, President Lightstone, Board Vice Chair Zook, Senate Chair Sider, platform guests, graduating students, parents, and friends. Welcome to Brock University's Spring Convocation, a time of celebration for our students, families, and friends. It is my pleasure this morning to introduce from the Chancellor's procession, Dr. Ned Goodman, Chancellor of Brock University, Dr. Jack Lightstone, Chancellor and President of Brock University, Vice Chancellor and President of Brock University, Mr. John Zook, Vice Chair, Brock University Board of Trustees, Mr. Leo Gerard, this morning's honorary degree recipient, Dr. Neil McCartney, Provost and Vice President, Academic, Dr. Larry Savage, Director and Associate Professor of Labor Studies, Professor Susan Sider, Mace Bearer, and Chair, Brock University Senate, Mr. Brian Hutchings, Vice President, Finance and Administration, Dr. Gary Libin, Vice President, Research. And joining them on stage are members of senior administration, our faculty deans, university senators, faculty, staff, and student representatives from across the university. I would ask them to also please stand together and to be recognized with their colleagues. Please be seated. I now invite Andre Basson, Brock University Faith and Life Center, to offer words of invocation.
Dear Chancellor Goodman, President Lightstone, platform guests, faculty and staff, and last but by no means least, graduating students, families and friends, and other honored guests. It's always an exceptional honor for me to be invited to do the invocation and to share in the sense of celebration and gratitude I'm sure all of us feel today. In many faith traditions, this would be expressed in the form of a prayer. In my capacity as Brock's Christian Reformed chaplain, I would now like to offer a very brief prayer of thanksgiving in keeping with my own particular faith tradition. At the same time, I also appreciate the fact that this audience represents a whole variety of different faith traditions and belief systems. Ladies and gentlemen, whatever your particular faith tradition or belief system may be, I invite you to echo in your heart either the words of this prayer or just the general sense of thanksgiving it seeks to express. Gracious God, on this occasion, we are very thankful that we may celebrate the hard work and achievement of this graduating class. We remember with gratitude everyone who made it possible, inspiring teachers, dedicated administrators and staff, and loving and caring families and friends. We also realize what a special place Brock University really is and what a privilege we have to be part of it in one way or another. As a graduating class, we are especially thankful for the role it has played in shaping our lives and in preparing us for the future. May we bring honor to it in the way we use the knowledge and expertise we gained here in the past few years. But above all, we remember in particular those enduring qualities and values that Brock instilled in us. Qualities and values that in the years to come will enable us to make a positive difference in the world. As we embark on this new adventure in our life, may we never cease to want to increase our knowledge and to widen our horizons. Grant us the courage to keep on dreaming dreams and to be imaginative. But may the knowledge we have acquired in our studies never make us arrogant or uncaring. Give us the wisdom to realize that because we pass through this life only once, we always have to do the best we can. May we always be reminded that with education comes the responsibility to apply our knowledge and expertise with good judgment. Finally, may this university, which from this day on will be our alma mater, continue to flourish and be a place where learning is cherished, not so much for its own sake, as for what it can contribute to the good of all. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. Those words were very inspiring. It's a beautiful day today. As the Chancellor of the University, I take this moment to congratulate all of the graduates, all the graduands. This is a special day. You've worked hard, and you're going to receive some recognition of the hard work that you've put in. I welcome all of your family that are with you, family and friends that have come in. For them, it's a special day as well. But it's also a special day for Brock. As you can see, there isn't an empty seat. This place is full. And there are other speakers to come after me who will speak a lot longer than I would or will. So I will end with saying congratulations, enjoy being a graduate of Brock, and enjoy life in total. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm John Suk, Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees and Chair-elect. Chancellor Goodman, Dr. Lightstone, Honorary Degree recipient Mr. Gerard, honored guests, faculty, staff, and graduates. Good morning, and congratulations to all of you. The Board of Trustees recognizes the commitment you've made, the dedication and sacrifice that it takes to become a graduate of Brock, and joins you in celebrating your success. And as part of this success and celebration, we created a unique award in order to pay tribute to the outstanding achievements and contributions of graduating students in every faculty for both undergraduate and graduate students. The Board of Trustees Spirit of Brock Medal is awarded to students who best exemplify the spirit of Sir Isaac Brock: leadership, courage, innovation, inspiration, and community involvement. And they've been recommended to receive their these awards by their respective deans. It is with great pleasure and privilege that the Board of Trustees presents the awards to our graduating students. Today, I have the honor to present the Board of Trustees Spirit of Brock Medal to Faculty of Social Sciences undergraduate student Shireen Makamova and graduate student Amanda Bolger. Shireen and Amanda, please come forward to receive the Board of Trustees Spirit of Brock Medal. I'm going to just say a few words about both of these outstanding students. Shireen Makamova. Makamova, is that better? Thank you. She has shown courageous and inspirational leadership since arriving at Brock in 2011. She has taken part in and led fundraising campaigns for both Brock and the community at large. She has provided friendship, guidance, and an easy transition for many Brock international students by taking both part in the transitions program as a guide and an international student conversation partner. She's been a member of the Student Justice Center and organized the first anti-bullying freeze mob on campus to raise awareness about the effects of bullying on campus. She was a member of the team that won the first place in the 2013 Grant Dobson Case Competition in Marketing and gave a talk at the Student Pride Conference in 2013 which brings media and gay and lesbian issues together. While at Brock, she completed the bronze level foundations in leadership, raised awareness about breast cancer, and raised funds for the Japanese earthquake tsunami victims. And despite this and all this involvement, she's managed to complete her academic work at the highest level, earning many rewards along the way and scholarship for the outstanding work that she does. Shireen is an excellent example of all the characteristics that we hold as important to all members of the Brock community. Amanda Bolger. Amanda excels in providing leadership, exhibiting courage while being innovative, providing inspiration, and being involved with her community. She has a long history of community involvement, not only at Brock, where she was recently involved in the planning and execution of a program targeting at promoting mental health among Brock students, but also the wider community, where she has volunteered as a crisis line counselor and providing counseling to many in need, as well as emotional support for elderly and disabled women and children. One example of her ability to undertake innovative work that requires the courage of her convictions is the development of a student mental health workshop, which focused attention on the need for academic personnel to assist Brock students in managing their mental health challenges. She demonstrated leadership in delivering the program with undergraduate students. Finally, the extent of her involvement with the psychology department and the broader graduate community illustrates how she's been a source of inspiration to undergraduate and graduate students alike. Mandy has been a TA, volunteered as a graduate rep on the psychology department's council, and has served as a graduate student representative to Brock's Graduate Students Association. And these were in addition to her full-time job of being a student and her off-campus volunteer activities. By these examples, she has shown that it's possible both to be a graduate, student, and an engaged citizen who truly makes a difference to those around here. In summary, what two great students, two great series of accomplishments, and it's with great pleasure that I introduce to you of this year's winners of the Spirit of Brock Medal for graduating students who best exemplify Sir Isaac Brock's spirit. Please join me in congratulating Shireen and Amanda on being presented with the Spirit of Brock Medal.
Chancellor Goodman, Board Vice Chair Suk, Senate Chair Sider, Dr. Honorand Girard, members of the Platform Party, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. And to the graduates, a very special welcome indeed. And I might add, by the way, to note that joining you today to celebrate your graduation and your graduation too, Mr. Girard, we have Member of Parliament Malcolm Allen sitting in the audience. Would you raise your hand, Malcolm? I'd like to begin on behalf of Brock University to acknowledge and honor the ancestors of those on whose traditional lands we gather today. Brock is located along the Bruce Trail on traditional shared territory of First Nations. Today we acknowledge the First Nation, Métis, and Inuit peoples and other Indigenous peoples who have joined us for this convocation. Now, graduates, are you happy to be graduating? Friends and family of the graduates, are you happy that they're graduating? I run this experiment at every graduation, and what I have concluded is that they are more relieved than you are. And they're also very proud of you, as you've just heard. And you ought to be proud of yourselves. And you should also know that those of us who work at Brock are also proud of you, and we share in the joy that you feel, I hope you feel, and that your family and friends certainly feel, because today not only represents the culmination of your efforts and of your family's support, but today also represents the culmination of our efforts as well. And therefore we share in the pride that you feel and that your family and friends feel, and we wish you well. I also want to add that for all of those present, that obviously this is a day of ritual, and it is a day steeped in tradition, centuries-old tradition of university convocations. After all, the graduates parade in procession, followed by the platform party, accompanied by classical music. We're all wearing the height of fashion for the 17th century. But despite the tradition and ritual of the day, it is, I want to remind everyone, a day of celebration. And as is appropriate for a day of celebration, I want everyone to know that it's okay to hoot and holler and clap and scream and stamp your feet to celebrate and recognize your friend or loved one, and as he or she crosses the stage to graduate. And so, to get everyone in the mood, we're going to have a practice run on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Enjoy Convocation.
No hoots and hollers? No. Mr. Chancellor, President Lightstone, Board Vice Chair Sook, Senate Chair Sider, Platform Party, guests, and graduating students. German philosopher Karl Marx once famously wrote that philosophers have sought to understand the world. The point, however, is to change it. Transforming ideas into action has been central to the work and activism of Mr. Leo Gerard, whose career in the labor movement, spanning several decades, has undeniably improved the working lives of women and men in Canada, the United States, and internationally. A native of Northern Ontario, Leo Gerard is only the second Canadian in history to serve as International President of the United Steelworkers, a position he has held since 2001. Leo Gerard already holds honorary degrees from both Laurentian University and the University of Guelph. Today, we add Brock University to that list in recognition of his many personal achievements and significant contributions to the advancement of workers' interests in both the social and economic spheres. It's worth mentioning that Leo Gerard's union, the Steelworkers, has a very strong connection historically with Brock University, having played a key role in organizing voluntary payroll deduction in work sites across Niagara in support of the early growth and development of this university. In 1965, local unions in the Niagara region agreed to recommend to their respective memberships that each member donate a day's pay each year to Brock University for the next 5 years. By 1970, organized labor has raised over $1.4 million for the university's founding fund, and that represented almost a quarter of all the money raised for the founding fund. It was, at the time, an incredible and unique accomplishment, one that was commemorated earlier this year with the unveiling of a plaque here on campus. The generosity of spirit displayed by those workers almost 50 years ago continues to inspire a new generation of union activists. But the economic and political landscape is very different now than it was in the late 1960s. And that presents a new set of challenges for working class people who continue to struggle for economic equality and social justice in a world where the gap between the very wealthy and the rest of us continues to grow. Leo Gerard is on the front lines of that battle, but his contributions extend far beyond the familiar territory of collective bargaining or union management relations. His vision of unionism has always extended beyond the workplace, recognizing that workers' interests are much broader. In particular, Leo Gerard has distinguished himself from many industrial union leaders through his commitment to environmental justice, having long championed the transition to a clean and green economy, advocating for a shift towards renewable energy, domestic manufacturing, sustainable agriculture, and the construction of green schools and public buildings. He has worked in alliance with environmental organizations and government to find creative ways of providing job transition for workers in heavily polluting industries, and has consistently fought to ensure that global trade agreements, include provisions to safeguard environmental protections as well as workers' rights. Leo Gerard's forward-thinking style of leadership, his capacity to bring people together, his willingness to stand up for what is right, and his unwavering commitment to social justice causes is something we should all strive for. Mr. Chancellor, it is with great honor and a good measure of union pride that I present Leo Gerard to receive at your hands the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
Leo Gerard, it's with great honor that I can be the first one to call you doctor. Get used to it. But I have the privilege of saying that I admit you to the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, and grant you all the rights, privileges, and insignia appertaining thereto. It's very deserving, and we're very proud. I've got to get it. There's the degree. This is for proof if anybody doesn't believe.
Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, I take pleasure in calling on Dr. Gerard to deliver the Convocation address.
After such a magnanimous introduction, I think the best thing I could say is thank you very much and go sit down. But Mr. Chancellor, President, Chair of the Board, and all the honored folks who are here, let me start off by saying that my nephew went to Brock and my two daughters went to Laurentian, and I know exactly how your parents feel today. And I would ask you to stand and give your parents and supporters a great hand for the support that they've given you, because I'm sure lots of them have some debt from you being here. So please give your parents and supporters a big hand. I do want to take a moment of personal privilege to tell you how ironic it is that I happen to be here today. One of my mentors in life and my union life was a great man by the name of Lynn Williams, who more than 50 years ago was the senior union person for our union in the Niagara area. And he was one of the key individuals that went from plant to plant, from local union to local union, asking workers to give up a day's pay to help fund the initial funding of Brock University. Lynn Williams died less than a month ago in his 90th year. And for me to be able to receive this honor at Brock University at that point in time in my life and the end of Lynn's life, for me is a very personal and moving moment. As Dr. Savage said, I was born and raised in Northern Ontario, ideally in Sudbury. And when I was your age or just a little bit older, people from Nassau came to practice what it would be like landing on the moon in my hometown of Sudbury. And Sudbury at that point in time was considered one of the pollution capitals, we then called it acid rain, of North America. And I'm proud to tell you that today, in my hometown of Sudbury, in Greater Sudbury, there's over 300 lakes. And of those 300 lakes, you can swim or fish in almost 280 of them. And our union, along with community activists and young people idealistic just like you, went to work in my hometown to re-green the city. Now the city has won all kinds of environmental awards, and it's one of the environmental showcases of Canada. I only raise that because as you go out into the world after you get your degree and you feel the sense of relief, you're not 100% sure which path life will take you down. But I do want to encourage you to stay idealistic. I do want to encourage you to think that your education is giving you the tools to build a better world. We can't just sit back and let things happen. We've got to fight for the values that we hold dear. And that in my generation is not the future. With all due respect to the people, most of them up on the stage, they're not the future. We're the present. And we live in the present, and we fought our way to get here, and we fought for the things we believe in to get here. But you're the future. You're the people that will determine, in many ways, what the future of our world will look like. And as Dr. Savage said, it's not me personally, but it's our union, the Steelworkers Union, that was born in heavy industrial work, that was born in doing work that was hot and dangerous, was born in work going hundreds of thousands of feet, maybe I'm exaggerating a bit, underground, and working in the dark, that learned the values of solidarity and standing together for the things we believe in. Take that idealism yourself and decide that you're going to be the people who lead the struggle for a better world. Our union created what's called in the United States the Blue-Green Alliance. As I said, I grew up in Sudbury, and I learned then that it wasn't a clean environment or good jobs. It's not one or the other. It's either both or we'll have neither. And the opportunities are there. And for anyone who wouldn't believe the opportunities are there, all they need to do is go back to my hometown of Sudbury in 1965, 1970, 1975, and see what it looked like. And then to go back now, or to go back next year in 2015 and see what it looks like. Activists in our community, our union, making contributions, have made Sudbury one of the greenest places in the country. We have that opportunity to do better, and you will have that opportunity to do better. As I mentioned, the Blue-Green Alliance that we created now has 14 million affiliated members. It's one of the largest institutions in the United States in the environmental movement. And we call it blue-green, because if we only try to do green and we don't have jobs, then what's it for? If we only try to do jobs at any cost, but we don't protect the environment, what will your generation or the generation that comes after you have? And we fundamentally believe that if we bring both together, we can create a better world. It's important that as you leave here today, you check your values and you make sure that they're the values that commit you in whatever path life takes you down, that you'll build a better world for the next generation. I fundamentally believe that if I live to be as old as my mentor, Lynn Williams, and I can be in my rocking chair in my 90th year, I'll be able to look back upon your generation, and I'll be able to look back and say that you made the world a better place. Nothing could be more important. Money is not more important. Nothing is more important than waking up every day and knowing that because you managed to get through school, you managed to get a degree, you managed to defend your values, you managed to move forward in whatever path in life takes you, nothing can be more important than when you wake up that morning, you say, I'm going to try today to make the world a better place. And if we collectively do that, the next generation, not just your generation, but the generation that comes after you, will be able to be in one of these podiums and thank you. I want to thank your parents, because I knew the sense of relief when my daughter got out of school and I saw the last bill. So I want to thank your parents for putting you through this, but I really want to thank you, because I believe your generation is going to make my generation proud, and your generation is going to make the path for the next generation to live a better life. Keep your idealism. Don't give up. the future is worth fighting for. It's called global warming. It's not called Hamilton warming or Sudbury warming or St. Catharines warming or Brock warming. It's called global warming. And if we all pull together and do our little bit, the world will be a better place for everybody. Thank you very much, and good luck. Solidarity forever.
And now, will the candidates for the various degrees and certificates please rise? With the degrees and certificates about to be conferred upon you, there comes a certain expectation that you will continue sincerely in the pursuit of learning and truth, and that as far as in you lies, you will promote the interests and welfare of your university. Do you acknowledge this expectation? Mr. Chancellor, as the candidates have acknowledged the responsibilities that accompany their degrees and certificates, and as they have successfully completed the courses of study prescribed by Senate, I would ask that you admit them to their several degrees and certificates.
This is quite easy for me to say. I admit you. Please be seated.
And congratulations.
Congratulations.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present this candidate to receive a Doctor of Philosophy.
Jillian Dale.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to ask Brock's most recent PhD recipient to take a seat on the stage with your colleagues. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present these candidates to receive a Master of Applied Disability Studies.
Faria Ahmed. Lena Bavero. Emily Beresford. Catherine Berry. Jennifer Bible. Cameron Bingham. Shani Baran. Shannon Demain Borch, recipient of the Distinguished Graduate Student Award, Applied Disability Studies. Laura Butler. Ann Cherkowski. Catherine Danaher. Renata DeKaiser. Alma Disha. Laura May Edmonston. Nadia Favretto. Nicole Gagnon. Kanjani Gunarajan. Nancy Harrell. Keely Amanda Hester. Monica Hughes. Jennifer Jarvis. Michelle Jodowin. Ashley Kindrat. Sophia King. Laura Klieger Enkin. Tiffany Lalonde. Melania Elisa Lumazanu. Lisa Lynch. Viviana Ines Mane Kien. Jenna Markopoulos. Sarah Martin. Sumara Matu. Christina Maria McAdam. Ashika Marine. Shua Mutuali. Monica Peters. Natalie Piergentilli. Stephanie Poirier. Christine Pointer. Sarah Prevost. Lauren Price. Emily Pym. Kaylee Seiler. Sally Shahata. Samantha Rose Shipley. Deepa Singh. Tarisha Singh. Virginia Trott. Lindsay Tuchinski. Alicia Weaver. Sherwin Winter.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present these candidates to receive a Master of Arts.
Justice Abankwa, recipient of the Halia Jordan Memorial Book Prize. Benjamin Adu Giamfi. Ebenezer Bossman Agier, Lisa Arblaster. Oscar Asidu Kufor, Amanda Bolger, recipient of the Faculty of Social Sciences Graduate Board of Trustees Spirit of Brock Medal. Rachel Dietrich, Michelle Garofalo. Menelik Jerma, recipient of the Distinguished Graduate Student Award, Social Justice and Equity Studies. Carolyn Gord. Michelle Hackemeyer, Pushpa Hamal. Mark Hoffarth, recipient of the Distinguished Graduate Student Award, Psychology. Carrie Holding. Lauren Ireland, Amanda Jones. Melissa Joseph, Beanish Khan. Amanda Marinowitz. Tamara McCachran, recipient of the Distinguished Graduate Student Award, Child and Youth Studies. Ashley Miller, Alexandra Morden. Christina Morano, Melissa Nickel. Joyce Penner, Catherine Elizabeth Rankin, recipient of the Distinguished Graduate Student Award, Popular Culture. Talia Semplonius, Lori Ann Sherry Kirk, recipient of the Excellence in Research Award. Mary Spring, Munaza Tahir. Sarah Vieira, Maria Luisa Vitti. Jeremy Workington.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present these candidates to receive a Master of Business Economics.
Wei Jia Jiang, Wang Wang. Kong Wang, Xiang Wen.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present these candidates to receive a Bachelor of Arts honors.
Cameron Davis Anderson, Dupinder Kaur Ahir, Adjoa Apia, Kelsey Rose Archibald, Jeffrey Arnold, Olivia Ashton, Sangeeta Bahadur, Priya Banger, Nicholas Stephen Baxter with first class standing, Lindsay Louise Bell, Matthew Benedetti, Nikki Everest William Bertoya, Valerie Rose Bertucci, Matthew Max Betty, Tishwani Bird, Cole Bonsignore, Brandy Botsford O'Reilly, Amanda Boutin with first class standing, Bethany Brown with first class standing, Aaron Buchanan, Alfred Busia, Xiao Xiao Xiai with first class standing, Michelle Lynn Pumpkin Kaplan, Owen James Chagnon, Edward Chan, Gregory James Choptovi with first class standing, Thomas Choptovi, Rebecca Clark, Bethany Ann Kahn with first class standing, Cassandra May D'Agostino, Corey D'Amico with first class standing, Teal DiFrancesca, Julie DeLiberato with first class standing, Ashley Lynn Deacon, Camille Darowitz, David Devine with first class standing, Melissa Dixon, Justin Drole, Kara Jean Eaton, Ekwa Asian, Thomas Ernest Evangelista with first class standing, Dominique Factor Humphrey with first class standing, Amir Savar Faroki, Amy Allison Fisher, Jennifer Martine Fougere, Cyril Fox, Stephen Galbraith with first class standing, Alexandra Nicole Gasparino, Steve Kevin Gauthier, Caitlin Gibson, Carly Luba Gruen, Susan Grunner. Braden Halpin, Nicole Lorraine Hawley. Michelle Catherine Henderson, Joshua Holland.
Josh!
Matthew Holowach with first class standing. Tosan Alexander Ida. Paige Johnson, Sabrina Elizabeth Kerr. Kyle David Stanley Kidd with first class standing. Carrie and Samantha Curtin. Alex Fraser Klein. Maya Latinovich. Brian Lee. Ashley Lees. Sarah Levy. Kenneth Pui Sing Lee. Yuzhu Lin. Christy Lonsky. Jennifer Elizabeth McDonald. Nicole Ann McDonald. Samantha McNeil with first class standing. Ryan Mahoney. Shireen Makhamova with first class standing. Recipient of the Faculty of Social Sciences Undergraduate Board of Trustees Spirit of Brock Medal, the Distinguished Graduating Student Award, Communication Studies, the Outstanding Contribution to Business Communication Award, and the Ken Boyle Cobra Radio Memorial Book Prize. Heather Hannah Marr. Devin Matisi with first class standing. Laura Elizabeth McHugh. Lucy McClay. Ashley McVeigh. Rachel Elaine Meem with first class standing. Arexi Menkimnian with first class standing. Adis Tarkuch Mevlutoglu. Mark John Millard. Laura Morton with first class standing. Erica Andrea Navarro Meza. Jordan James Neal. Renee Lorene Nelson with first class standing. Recipient of the Distinguished Graduating Student Award, Communication Studies. Matthew William Norton. Cindy Okoro. Emily Pantry with first class standing. recipient of the Distinguished Graduating Student Award, Labor Studies. Nicholas Theodore Pasquariello. Heather Peterson. Paige Laura Lee Phillips.
Kevin, you're acting.
Kevin Pirak. Melissa Pateau. Robert James Poling. Ariana Popham. Stephen John Postma. Lauren Prong. Eileen Rathahow. Olivia Reed. Paul Carlo Daclin Respicio. Jessica Lauren Rinaldi. Alexander Rome with first class standing, recipient of the Distinguished Graduating Student Award, Economics. Riley Sanders. Ambika Sangaran. Shannon Gale Sawchuk. Nicole Angela Scarpetta. Nicole Scazillo. Joshua William Schramm. Mackenzie John Seebach. Vanessa Slauthauber with first class standing, recipient of the Distinguished Graduating Student Award, Women's Studies. Adam Peter Smith with first class standing. Dorian Olivia Marie Smith. Kimberly Elise Smith. Samantha Leanne Sobchak. Bridget Bettina Somers. Brendan Joseph Sush. Matthew Starcevich. Samantha Stia. Jolie Tong. Andrew David Unsworth. Joshua Nicholas Upper. Andrew Yersaki. Kayla Van Schindel. Cody Danielle Vinay. Raya Marie Vreens. Kayla Lynn Walsh. Kirsty Woodhead with first class standing, recipient of the Distinguished Graduating Student Award, Tourism and Environment. Tanya Woodhead. Jing Stu. Ning Jai.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present these candidates to receive a Bachelor of Arts with major.
Taylor James Campbell, Christina May Collins, Catherine Mary Dawson, Erin Elizabeth Duffy, Lauren Fowler, Johnny Graham, Michelle Elizabeth Gregson, Sabrina Poppet,
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present these candidates to receive a Bachelor of Arts 3-year.
Muna Al-Shabani, Alexander Ashton, Giannina Grazia Maria Baricelli, Christina Nicoletta Basilina, Christian Justine Batchenchuk, Kelly Boakstein, Madison Janine Borland, Shaylin Brown, Nicholas Bucci, Bridget Kelsey Callahan, Jonathan Cariati, Chen Cheng, Charlene Hong Lam Shu, Peter Anthony Chopra, Amanda Marguerite Blake Christian, Ashley Nicole Marie Clark, Gregory Robert Coleman, Olivia Laurel Copping, Catherine Daniel, Carly Ann Dawson, Carlo Anthony DeLuca, Christina DiClemente, Eamon Michael Dorley, Kevin Dowling, James Wesley Duncan, Sabrina Erica Jojcic. Dylan Anthony Fabiano, Wesley Fernandez. Stephanie Agnes Elizabeth Fleming, Eric Fordham. Ji Zhao, Sharon Gandel. Amanda Jade Graham, Angelo Guevara. Hui Zhao, Benjamin Joel Haro Montiel. Annie Elizabeth Han Corby, Wei Kan Hee. Rebecca Hipple, Grace Y. King Ho. Don Huang, Jemen Huang. Kevin Huang, Ying Huang. Kaylin Islakar, Andrew Gordon Jack. Fang Shishu, Katie Jones. Arissa Lynn Karim, Taha Khan. John Andrew Kirtland, Jennifer Margaret Kramer. Layla Lalich, Stephanie Laval. Shanyu Li, Jaeyong Lin. Zeifeng Lu, Jingwei Lo. Brendan Patrick Madden, Jasmine Coral Magny. Jasenia Mariquin, Amanda McBride. Taylor McElwain, Riley Helena McGilvray. Victoria Rose McShannon, Sarah Alexandra Menenzi. Isabella Metler, Sanelli Malazzo. Brendan Moore, Matthew Morris. Brian Nahimani, Shannon Neeson. Jija New, Robert Gerald O'Connor. Kevin Lino Charles O'Hare, Kayleen O'Reilly. Sarah Elizabeth Palmer, Tricia Lynn Elizabeth Pasha, James Patterson, Jessica Marie Penfold, Nicole Madeline Petrie, Andrea Lynn Pilkington, Daniel Amato Prudente, Shi Kie, Jeremy Rajwath, Kimberly Reap, Caleb Regier, Jay Wren, Jubitha Rubithan, Lisa Russell, Christine Schul, Michael Faraza, Emily Andrea Sheehan, Neelam Kaur Shian, Jonathan Silver, Nicole Sinke, Luke Anthony Ferron Ciron, Zachary Miles Smith, Jianfa Song, David Austin Staley, David Alexander Stectunero, Carly Jessica Stubbs, Dinar Supant Kapanich, Jingru Sun, Long Tan, Brianna Lynn Thomas, Brenda Marie Thompson, Kuda Cyril, Maria Christina Valarezo, James Vernon, Vanessa Sophia Verna Verworn, Sarah Tina Vitaterna, Jeffrey James Wallace, Mu Wan, Jessica Webster, Taze Wendler, Jenna Williams, Zhao Yu Yu, Akihiro Yamani, Chao's Yang, Ingtong Yu, Yi Yu, Dong Tang, Alexandra Joanna Zwicker Desmond,
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present these candidates to receive a Bachelor of Business Economics honors.
Sadman Ahmed, Mohammed Farouk Akbar with first class standing. Conrad Buskowski, William Chapankrio. Zhanghui Chen with first class standing, recipient of the Distinguished Graduating Student Award for Business Economics and the Department of Economics Book Prize, Christopher Hessels. Yulong Hao, Zhengliu Li. Zhaoji Li, Huan Hui Lu. Yanpu Liu, John Paul Masazi. Lin Quan Chong, Lin Xing Wang.
And the 3 years, so can you say that together? Okay.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present these candidates to receive an Honors Bachelor of Science 3-year and to receive a Bachelor of Science Arts.
Emily May Cutting with first class standing, Rebecca Ann Gunter with first class standing, and the recipient of the Distinguished Graduating Student Award in Geography Science. Hong Quinn Liu, Morgan Miller. Jenna Marie Leslie Moorhead, Jeffrey Pengelly. Nicholas Riddick with first class standing and the recipient of the Department of Geography Graduating Prize. Jessica Lauren Saravel with first class standing. Joshua Valenti. Brian Spencer James Barty. Hoi Lam Wong.
Mr. Chancellor, whereas certain candidates who have successfully completed the course of studies prescribed by Senate are absent from this convocation for just cause, I request that you confer upon them their degrees and certificates in absentia.
We miss them, but I admit them to their several degrees and certificates in absentia.
Good morning, Chancellor Goodman, Dr. Lightstone, Dr. Gerard, Platform Party, and graduates. This year marks Brock's 50th anniversary, and these graduates have the honor of convocating during this special year. I am very pleased to congratulate all of you who have received your degree this morning, as well as all the families and friends in the audience who are bursting with pride at your achievements. As a director of the Brock University Alumni Association and a proud alumnus of political science in 2004 and education in 2005, I welcome all of you as new alumni of Brock and as new members of our Alumni Association. As of today, you will join a membership of more than 80,000 other graduates, alumni who are willing to connect with you, work with you, mentor you, and advocate for you and your personal growth and professional development. The value of your degree is a reflection of the success all of our alumni have in their careers and in their personal lives. 80,000 plus alumni that are making their positive marks on the world have an impact, and that impact raises the value of your degrees. But the value of your degrees is also a reflection of what happens here at Brock long after you're gone. The quality of the programs, the research, the teaching, all intertwine and raise the reputation of Brock and thereby your degrees. The reputation of the university is an important stake and one that we hope you take seriously. As you start this new chapter in your lives, see yourselves as ambassadors of your university. Share your experience with others and be sure to share your successes with us. Stay connected to Brock and your Alumni Association. You can email, call, tweet, or Facebook us, join our LinkedIn group, subscribe to our alumni publications, attend homecoming, reunions, and other alumni events, including our special 50th anniversary celebration this September. Be in touch with us often and be as proud of your university as we are of you. Take what you've learned at Brock, go out into the world and improve it. Push on and experience life to the fullest. Surgite.
Well, we've come to the end of Convocation. How does it feel to have graduated? Family and friends, did you enjoy watching them graduate? I want to wish every one of you graduates, and you too, Dr. Girard, the best wishes of this university. And for all of you, we wish that every day that follows this is one of success and achievement, of giving to others, of making a difference, and of joy. You've just heard from the representative of the Alumni Association that you are now alumni of Brock University. I want to tell you that this is a club from which you can never resign. And you've also heard that you and your university have a lifelong symbiotic relationship. We are connected forever because your achievements will reflect well on the university and add value to the degrees of those who will follow you into this institution, and our future success will also continue to add value to your degrees long after you receive them today. I also want you to recognize that your education was in large part, benefited from what others have done and have done for this university. You heard from Dr. Savage today, and you heard from Dr. Girard, that right at the founding of this university, others in the working community, the workers in the mills and the steel plants, all members of the Niagara region, contributed to found this university and to help it develop in its first nascent years. And all of the alumni that have graduated before you have stayed engaged in this university, and through that engagement have contributed to your education, and you should remain engaged with us to continue to add value, to contribute to the quality of the education of those who will follow you here. So, cherish us and stay in touch, and know that we will cherish you, and if you do not keep in touch with us, we will keep in touch with you. So once again, I offer you our heartfelt congratulations on this day. Everyone here is invited to a reception and refreshments in a tent outside of this building to my right, to your left. And I believe there you will be also entertained by the keyboard prowess of our Dean of the Goodman School of Business, who will be playing keyboard out there on this occasion. But before you all exit and find one another and your friends and loved ones outside at the reception, I want everyone to know that first, please, guests and family, please remain seated while first the platform party proceeds from the hall in recession, and the students following them, the graduates following them. And then you can find one another outside. Please now rise for the singing of our national anthem.
True patriot love,
I declare this convocation dismissed.